Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, the LCRA decided to make this move just as a safety precaution. They say they normally do this every time there's a major flood event that happens in Central Texas. But as of 6 o'clock last night, one floodgate is open here at Mansfield Dam. It controls water flowing from Lake Travis into Lake Austin and is built to protect communities living downstream from the flooding. According to the LCRA, October's floods left Lake Travis full, and the recent storms caused it to rise several feet. With more rain expected this weekend, the decision to open several gates is a proactive one. They don't anticipate opening any more gates soon, but we all know that could change at any moment. Authorities say the possibility of opening additional gates all relies on several factors, including how quickly water flows into Lake Travis and lakes downstream. Those living nearby have been preparing for the possibility of another flood. They're moving their belongings to higher ground. Yeah, so right now, floodgate operations are happening at 4 different dams. Of course, as you see behind me, the one here is open at Mansfield Dam. Back to you in the studio. Hey, good morning, Amanda. Well, right now there are 4 dams that are operating with floodgates open here. Mansfield Dam opened one last night around 6 o'clock. So this floodgate has been open for about 12 hours now. 2 are partially open at Tom Miller Dam. 1 floodgate in a certain section of Buchanan Dam is partially open as well. And overnight, water has been flowing over the spillway at Inks Dam. At this time, the LCRA does not plan on opening any floodgates at Wirtz or Starkey dams, but that could change if we get more rain. Officials say they're closely monitoring the weather and inflows to the Highland Lakes and are getting ready to open any additional floodgates at the dams if necessary. They're also warning people to closely monitor the conditions. And as of 5 o'clock last night, all boating has been restricted for a part of Lake Travis. That's because there's a lot of debris flowing through that lake, so it's a safety issue. That ban is in effect from sunset to dawn, so it is almost lifted. There is no restriction on daytime boating, but the LCRA is still warning people to be extremely cautious. Back to you in the studio. Right now, floodgates at 4 dams are open. Of course, you can see the one behind me here at Mansfield Dam. LCRA just tweeted a couple of minutes ago there have been no new developments, but of course they are closely monitoring the weather. Back to you. Hey, good morning, Amanda. Right now, flood operations are happening at 4 different dams as the rain continues in parts of Central Texas. One of them being right here at Mansfield Dam. You can see water just gushing out of that floodgate. This has been in effect since yesterday at 6 o'clock in the evening. 2 are also partially open at Tom Miller Dam. 1 floodgate in a certain section of Buchanan Dam is partially open as well. And overnight, water has been flowing over the spillway at Inks Dam. At this time, the LCRA doesn't plan on opening any floodgates at Wirtz or Starkey dams, but that could change if we get more rain. Officials say they're closely monitoring the weather and the inflows to the Highland Lakes as they are getting ready, if need be, to open any additional floodgates. They're also warning people to closely monitor the conditions. So once again, 1 floodgate is open here at Mansfield Dam. You know, there was a restriction on all boating activity for a certain part of Lake Travis. That was only during the nighttime. So now that it's daylight, that ban has been lifted. But officials are still warning people if you're going to take your boats out during the daytime, just use extra caution. Back to you in the studio.